Hi, it's boy named Warhammer here, and today we're back with another video, and we got a special one for you guys. It is the UFC Best Power Tier List. Yes, among these fighters, we're going to see if they're capable of having that death touch or the Will Muhammad power. So anyways, let's get straight to it. My first guy I got is Volkanovski. Yeah, I think he has average power. It may be a little high, but you know, I feel like he can hit you occasionally, like one, where it might like, okay, you know, that was decent. But other than that, I don't feel like, you know, he has anything above it. Let's be honest, who has he knocked out? I'm gonna tell you, I mean, I guess Yair, but that was TKO. But other than that, I think he's at average power, and we're gonna go on to the next guy. It's Arnold Allen. Now, I think Arnold Allen actually does have good pop. I don't think it's anything above it, but I think if he hits you, he could definitely, you know, make you feel it. I mean, when he versed Max was not as going as crazy as he was against Yair or even Justin Gaethje. So I think right now, I think good pop is where he should be. And next guy we got is Tom Aspinall. I think Tom Aspinall has death touch. Let's be honest here, man. Speed and power is too much for fighters. There's a reason why in the first round he gets him out there quite often, and there's a reason why John Jones is scared. Moving on, we got Merab. I think Merab, yeah. He has a little power, man. I'm gonna be honest. I think he kind of just caught Henry because anyone else he just would rather wrestle. Let's just be honest here. I mean, Pierre Yan, that's all he did. He did pretty good against Pierre Yan, but other than that, I think he didn't really show you much power. So I think for now he's gonna be a little power. Now, next up we got on the list, we got Jack, and I think Jack has good pop as well. I don't think his capability to where he could hit you and put you to sleep, but I think with his combos and his power, he can get people out of there. We saw Gilbert, even with his knees, he was able to catch him with a kick to show the power on those as well. So I think for now, good pop is where he should be. And next we got Yuri. This might be crazy, but I think Yuri has KO ability. I think he does. I think his weirdness really does help him out. That gets people out of there. I mean, Dominic Reyes, his recent opponent, and yeah, I think he's the Tony Ferguson of this division, and you know, with his weird style, is able to get people out of there. Next, we got Usman. I think Usman also has scalability. Maybe not now, but I think overall, for sure, man. I think he can get people out of there with a jab. I mean, Mazdov, he put him out. Yeah, he he changed him. But other than that, yeah, I think Usman has scalability. Next, we got Jan Blachowicz. I think he's declining, and you can see it. I think he has good pop. I think he does, when he does hit you, he can like bop your head, but it's like just that, you know. I think he's just good all around, like with his kickbox as well. So I think good pop's where he should go. Next we got Michael Chandler. You know, this might be surprising, or maybe not, but I think Vine Finisher. I think he's definitely good at his little combos he throws. I think when he hits you, he does actually like surprisingly like, wow, okay, you know, that's something. And I think with his like aggressiveness, he's able to really keep fighters going backwards. So I think for now he's at Vine Finisher. Next we got Kamzat. I think Kamzat, he has good pop. I can't put him higher because we haven't really seen like anyone get dropped by him other than I think like one opponent, or everyone else he would rather wrestle him. And I think because he hasn't really shown it, for now I'm just going to get good pop because, you know, he does have some good power. So go on to the next guy. We got Cheeto. I think Cheeto has just average power. He's kind of like a budget Sean O'Malley, you know. It's there kind of, but he just would rather go rhythm, and he just would rather keep hitting you, and nothing else needs to be said. I think average power is where he should go. Next we got Shaka. I think Shaka should be at I think good pop. I think so. I think with his kickboxing and his stand-up, he does have the power to, you know, get people out there. It's not KO ability to where he's able to put people to sleep, but it's definitely TKO ability. And yeah, I think good pop he should be at. Up next, we got Josh Emmett. Now, Josh Emmett should be at KO ability. Let's be honest here. He has a lot of power at that weight. What he did, Bryce Mitchell, he almost killed him. I'm sorry to say that, Bryce, but I'm just being honest here. This guy, you know, a lot of fighters are worried to fight him because he might put your lights out. And yeah, I think KO ability is where he should be at. And next, we got Sean Strickland. Man, it's I'll put him at average power. I don't think he hits you in just complete pill hands. I think because of the little rhythm he has, he can he can give you a hard time because of, you know, you constantly getting hit. But I think average power is kind of just where he's at. And yeah, moving on, Davison Vergara. Okay, man, you know, I just think he hasn't knocked people out enough to be at KO ability. No, I'm putting him there. It may be a little high, it may be a little crazy, but let's be honest here. He does have a lot of power. That's why a lot of his combos aren't too long, because he just wants one strike to get you out of there. And yeah, this may be a little too high, but I actually truly think Davison Figueroa has KO ability. Up next, we got Rafael. I think Rafael is I think he's a divine finisher. I think you know, when it comes to boxing, there's not much power to it, but overall, like with his kickboxing, he's able to get people out of there. But I think when everything adds up, he's just a divine finisher, and nothing more needs to be said. Up next, we got Max Holloway, and I think Max Holloway, you know, call me crazy, I think he has good pop. I really do. I think he can get you out of there with his rhythm. He got Korean Zombie out there, and he got Justin Gaethje out there. Let's just be honest here. Jerome, you know, he's at good pop. And yeah, next guy, Poirier. Oh man. Oh nah, I think so. I think so. Call me crazy, dude. He put Volk out, man. He put him out. I don't think Volk's gonna come back because the power is too much. I think if Poirier literally hits you one time, you could be dead. And yeah, I think Poirier's at death touch. John Jones now, he's up with Muhammad power. He don't knock people out. He would rather knock people out with his elbows. And you know, he uses reach to keep you at bay, and he just would rather wrestle you. Yeah, nothing needs to be said. Justin Gaethje, I think Justin Gaethje has KO ability. I don't think it's death touch, because some people, they can survive as it. I mean, they're barely able to, but he can, and he does TKO people a lot. And yeah, I think KO ability is where he's at. Quill, I think Quill also has KO ability. I mean, we saw Anthony Smith literally on the floor, and a few of his opponents, yeah, they don't have a good time. And yeah, I think KO ability is where he should be at. Vincent Luque, I just think average power, at least now. No, kickboxing's still there, I guess. And yeah, I just think average power is where he should be at. Islam, KO ability. Call me crazy, man, but he stunned Charles pretty bad, and he got Book out there. He did. And then his first fight, you know, Book, I think, dropped twice against him. I mean, I have to put him in KO ability. I have to, based on his last opponents. Peter Yan, man, and listen, Peter Yan in his prime, he has KO ability, but now I think it dropped a little bit. I do think if he hits you, you know, you could definitely feel it, you know, yourself getting hit. But other than that, man, I just think as of right now, he has the good pop and nothing more. Conor McGregor now, it's like, again, another fighter where, like, in his prime, he's right here. Now he's good pop. Dustin Poirier was not going down with his shots. Let's just be honest here. And Khabib, you know, he's eating them like breakfast. So I think for now, he has good pop. And, you know, after Chandler, he could go back up to KO ability. But just for now, he's at good pop. Dricus, no, call me crazy. I think he does have KO ability. His sloppy fighting is what makes, like, his power come out, if that makes sense. Because, you know, he's able to keep hitting you to where that power adds up, and that has that KO ability, right? And he can hit you one shot. I mean, Robert Whittaker, I believe, went down one shot. So I think KO ability is where he should be at. Next, we got Paulo Costa. Oh man, I got to put Paulo Costa at Divine Finisher. I know he can hit you and stun you, but you know, it's like that's it, right? Actually, I think I will move him up to good pop. But like I said, you know, he don't put people truly out, but he can stun you. He can hit you like, whoa, and get you going backwards. So I think good pop's where he's at. Up next, we got on the list, we got Dustin Poirier. I think he has good pop. I know this is kind of crazy. I know. But, like, he can knock people out. He has shown he knocked people out. But a lot of the time, it's rhythm. A lot of time, it's keep hitting you hook, 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 hook. It's not literally hit you one time with a hook and you're going down. So I think right now he's a good pop, and I know it may be like a little lower, and it should maybe be a KO ability. I just think for now he should be a good pop. Next up, Aljamain. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why you don't strike, bro. there's a reason you just would rather wrestle. And yeah, up next we got Jamal Hill, and I think Jamal Hill should be at KO ability. Let's be honest, you know, if he hits you, it is sweet dreams. And yeah, I don't think enough more to be said. I mean, look at Johnny Walker. You know, the dude's falling backwards. So yeah, I think KO ability is where he should be at. Ankalaev, surprisingly, I think Ankalaev is I think he's a violent finisher. I think so. I mean, he showed it Johnny Walker. You know, he can hit you a few times and then you gonna feel it. You know, I don't think it's anything above it because he don't truly knock people out, but I think he does have the power to surprise you. So I think violent finishers should go. And I don't need to say much, man. Alex Pierre has that death touch. I mean, everybody he touches, they go to sleep. Sean Strickland said if he touches you, you go to sleep. So, yeah, I think that's where he should go. Up next, we got Sean O'Malley, and I think Sean O'Malley's at KO ability. Even at bantamweight, dude. There's a lot of fighters he faced, turned to wrestlers. Pierre Yan turned to a wrestler. When he faced Aljamain, got him out of there. So, yeah, man, I think everybody he faces, dude, they just are in for a rough time. And, yeah, I think KO ability should go. Sergey, this may be crazy. I think Sergey has death touch. I mean, I think if he hits you, dude, you could go to sleep. And yeah, I don't think enough needs to be said. Next up, we got Israel Adesanya. Ooh, I think he does have good pop. I don't think he has KO ability, but I think with his kickboxing, if he gets you with a clean hook, you could get out of there. We saw Pierre, you know, Pierre was landing his little combos, and Izzy really calm with a 1-2 when he got him out there. So I think good pops where Izzy should go. Next, we got Leon Edwards. I think Leon Edwards, good pop. I think his boxing's just not, like, the power is not there. But kickboxing, you know, his kickboxing does have KO ability, but I think he just would rather fight you in a technical way. So I think good pop is where he should go. Next, we got Corey. Corey, I'm sorry, man, but you're a little power dude. You just, you know, you're a technical fighter. You just would rather keep a distance. I mean, you're turned to a wrestler now. So, yeah, man, I think low powers you should go. Next, we got Dan Hooker. That's Dan Hooker. I think Dan Hooker's a violent finisher. I think he keeps hitting you, and you eventually will go down. I don't think it's anything above it. I think he's just a rhythm fighter, and yeah, I think violent finisher is where he should go. Up next on the list, we got Arman, and I think Arman's a violent finisher. Now, I know you guys might go in my comments saying, you know, what happened to Dariush. I know he got out there pretty bad, and, you know, he might retire because of that KO, but I just think anybody else, he hasn't shown it, and, you know, I think his striking's coming from his wrestling. You know, people are scared of wrestling. That is opening up his striking, and I don't think he don't really show the good pop or the KO ability, but, you know, occasionally, you know, he could maybe get someone out of there. So I just say for now, violent finisher should go, and Boyle Hammond's up next, and you're going right here. I mean, they made it here for you, so you gotta go there, dude. I'm sorry, but it's just how it works. Tai Tuivasa, good pop. I think it has declined. I think he had KO ability, but now recently, man, he's just on a fall off, and it's sad to say because, you know, he's always an entertaining fighter, man. It's just the vision's getting better and you're getting worse, and it's just how it is. Robert Whitaker up next, and I think I just think you're a violent finisher, man. I think, you know, he can kind of surprise you, but he's just overall a good fighter, you know, with his kickboxing and his striking, and you know, his IQ, and I think with his like rhythm, he can put up a good show and get some fighters worrying, but, you know, this is mostly volume. So, yeah, I think it's Robert Whitaker should go. Last on the list, we got Drew Dober, and I think Drew Dober, he's a violent finisher from what I've seen. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen much of his fights, but, you know, his rhythm's pretty good, and he can get people out there with his combos. And, yeah, I think that's the list. Now, before I wanted to end this video, I wanted to put fighters where I think their power is pretty much at. Like, for example, I think Dustin is the highest I could pop, and then I think Connor's the second highest. Some of these you might question, but I think I did okay job putting them where they're at. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, because it keeps me motivated. I want to make more. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.